Urgent Chicago Bears fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Chicago Bears updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got some really intriguing news coming out of the Windy City, and I know you, Bears fans, are going to want to stay glued to this. We're diving deep into what could be one of the most significant periods for the Chicago Bears heading into the 2025 NFL season. Now, I know, it's still a little early, but the buzz around Halas Hall is palpable. The team is actively exploring potential trades, looking to shake things up, and bring in some fresh talent that could really change the game for them. And trust me, what's happening behind the scenes right now might just be the start of something big. So, let's get into it. First, let's set the stage. The Chicago Bears, as many of you know, had a rollercoaster 2024 season. There were moments of promise, flashes of talent, but also a lot of inconsistency. The team finished with a record that left fans a bit frustrated, but also hopeful. The front office, led by General Manager Ryan Poles, has been very clear about their desire to build a team that's both competitive and capable of contending for a playoff spot in 2025. They're not just looking to patch things up, they want to make a statement. And that's why these trade rumors are gaining so much traction right now. The Bears are exploring options, and they've identified specific players they believe can make an immediate impact. Now, I want to talk about the core of this strategy. The Bears roster has some promising pieces, no doubt. Justin Fields, the young quarterback, showed flashes of brilliance last season, and he's the centerpiece of their future plans. But the team needs help around him. They're looking to bolster their offensive line, add more weapons at wide receiver, and perhaps most importantly, improve their defense, which struggled at times last year. So, naturally, they've been eyeing players who can step right in and contribute immediately, not just fill roster spots but elevate the overall level of the team. And here's where things get really interesting. The Bears have reportedly set their sights on two specific targets, players they see as perfect fits for their needs, guys who could come in and make a difference from day one. The first is a veteran wide receiver with a proven track record of production and consistency. Someone who can give Justin Fields a reliable target, stretch the field, and help open up the offense. The second is a solid defensive player, someone who can bring versatility and experience to a defense that's been in flux. These aren't just speculative targets, the Bears are actively negotiating, and the discussions are said to be at an advanced stage. What's fascinating about these potential trades is how strategic they are. The Bears aren't just throwing assets around for the sake of it. They're weighing their options carefully, looking to part with some draft capital or younger players to secure these veterans. It's a calculated move, showing that they're serious about competing in 2025. They want to build a team that can not only make the playoffs but also challenge in the NFC and potentially make a run deep into the postseason. Now, I want to pause here for a moment, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it really makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let's continue with the big reveal. So, what are the implications of these potential trades? Well, for starters, if they manage to land these players, it could dramatically change the team's dynamic. Imagine adding a veteran wide receiver who immediately becomes a primary target for Fields, someone who can make contested catches, run precise routes, and bring veteran leadership to the locker room. That kind of addition could unlock more of Justin Fields' potential, giving him a real go-to guy, which he desperately needs to take the next step as a franchise quarterback. On the defensive side, bringing in a versatile veteran could solidify that front or linebacker core, providing the stability and experience that the Bears have been missing at times. It's about adding players who can not only contribute on the field but also help develop the younger guys and set a tone for the team's culture moving forward. This kind of strategic move can be a catalyst for the entire roster, boosting morale and raising the level of competition within the team. Now, considering the Bears' current roster, it's clear they're in a rebuilding phase but also have a window to compete if they make the right moves. The NFC is getting more competitive each year, with teams like the Eagles, 49ers, and Cowboys showing strength, but the Bears believe they can be part of that mix. They're not just trying to be mediocre, they want to be contenders, and these trades could be a big step in that direction. And it's not just about the players they're targeting. It's also about how these moves fit into the bigger picture. The Bears have been methodical in their approach, emphasizing building through the draft while also being aggressive in free agency and trades. The 2025 season could be the culmination of all their efforts, a team that's more balanced, more experienced, and more ready to take on the best in the league. The fans, of course, are buzzing with anticipation. They see the potential, they understand the risks, but most of all, they're eager to see how these moves will play out. Looking back at recent history, the Bears have been a franchise that's had its share of ups and downs. They've experienced Super Bowl glory in the 1980s, with that legendary defense and the iconic '85 team, but also periods of struggle and rebuilding. Recently, they've been trying to find that identity again. The draft has been a mixed bag, and while Fields shows promise, the team has lacked the consistent supporting cast needed to push for a deep playoff run. These trade rumors suggest that the front office is actively trying to change that narrative, bringing in veterans who can provide stability and leadership. In terms of stats and recent performances, Justin Fields last season showed impressive mobility and playmaking ability, rushing for over 1,000 yards, which is rare for a quarterback. But his passing accuracy and decision-making still need refinement, and that's where a veteran wide receiver could help. A proven target who can create separation and make tough catches could turn Fields into a more complete passer. On defense, the team allowed over 25 points per game last season, which is a clear area for improvement. The addition of a seasoned defender could help tighten that up, especially in critical moments. The coaching staff, led by Matt Eberflus, has been emphasizing a culture of toughness and discipline, but they also know that improvements on the roster are essential for long-term success. The front office's willingness to explore trade shows a proactive approach, and the fans are hopeful that these moves will materialize into on-field success. It's a delicate balance, because giving up draft picks or young players always involves risks, but if these moves lead to winning seasons, it's all worth it. Now, as we look ahead, the NFL offseason is always full of surprises. Teams are trying to position themselves for success, and the Bears are no different. They're working behind the scenes, crunching numbers, and trying to finalize deals that could set the tone for the entire 2025 season. The excitement is building, and I know many of you are eager to see who these targets are, how the negotiations unfold, and ultimately, how these new pieces will fit into the puzzle. The Bears fanbase is incredibly passionate, and I can tell you that this energy is contagious. Every move, every trade rumor, and every signing is met with hope and anticipation. The franchise has a rich history, and even in tough times, the loyalty of the fans never wavers. They believe in the potential of this team, especially now, as it appears the front office is willing to make bold moves to turn the page. So, what's next? Well, the coming weeks will be crucial. We'll see if the Bears can close these deals, what players will arrive in Chicago, and how the team will adapt during training camp. Will they surprise everyone with a bold trade? Will they keep building through the draft and free agency? Whatever happens, one thing is for sure, the 2025 season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting chapters in recent Bears history. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all these rumors? Do you think these moves will put the team over the top? Who would you like to see the Bears target in a trade? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears community. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for all the latest news, analysis, and insider info. The Bears are on the move, and the future looks bright, or at least, it's shaping up to be an exciting ride. Thanks for watching, and as always, bear down.